I'm going to start by giving a brief overview of the 8A precinct for the last 28 days, pretty much since we had our last meeting. Year to date, the 8A precinct is down 1.2% in overall crime, 326 crimes versus 330 last year. Most of the major categories of crime were pretty close to last year's numbers. Some were a few down, some were a few up, pretty much flat overall as the year-to-date numbers show. That being said, some crime categories have gotten a lot better since the first few meetings of the year, where we're seeing spikes in robberies and shooting incidents. We haven't had a shooting incident in close to 2 months. On some wood, knock on it. We're doing well in that category. Robberies, I told you last time, the first couple of weeks of the year, we saw a lot of robberies. We made some good arrests with the help of the district attorney's office, who couldn't make it tonight. Put some people in jail for a long time. We had two individuals, 16 and 17 years old, that were doing a lot of robberies in confines of the 8A precinct. Had some robbery histories of times they've been arrested before. Both of them took pleas to 5 years. So, you know, they're going to be away for a little while. And I don't think it's any coincidence that our robbery numbers have gone way down since that. Currently, since our last meeting, we're down 25% in robberies. So, you know, sometimes when we arrest the right people that are committing a lot of crimes, it has a positive overall effect on the precinct crime rates. That being said, GLAs, grand larceny theft, grand larceny auto theft, we've seen an increase in over the past month or so, and year-to-date now. Last month, we've seen the numbers go up. It's affected the year-to-date numbers, and we're currently up year-to-date in auto theft. It's a category that we've been doing very well in the last few years. We've seen those numbers pretty much plummet, and this year we're seeing a slight uptick in it. The types of vehicles we see stolen are by far in the 8A precinct. The most is Chrysler minivans, Dodge Caravans, Plymouth Voyagers, and Chrysler Town and Countries. And what we're doing is, we believe they're taking them for two reasons. The first reason is for joyriding purposes. We think it's kids taking them for joyriding. Reason being, we know they're not taking them for parts because we're getting them back. We're recovering them, sometimes in our precinct, sometimes other precincts throughout the city, but they're coming back. We're recovering them. Many times we recover them, they don't have the rear seats in the back. You know, it's a minivan, it's got usually a couple of rows of seats. Many times we're recovering them without the back seats, which what we believe they're using them for is to do other theft and steal motorcycles and scooters. Because a couple of them that we've recovered throughout the city, we've found stolen motorcycles and stolen scooters in the back. So that leads to our second most stolen vehicle, is going to be, especially with the warmer weather coming, the scooters and the motorcycles. I'd also like to go over a few items that were brought up at the last meeting in April. What I'd like to do from here on in is record some of the complaints, if you will, some of the things that come up at the community council meetings. Do my research. Many times topics come up at the community council meetings which I don't have the answer to. You know, sometimes it's the status of an investigation, or it's exact numbers of, you know, arrests or summonses or something to that nature, and I don't have the answer at the meeting. So what I intend to do is get that answer and come back, and at the next meeting, give a little brief overview about, you know, what we talked about at the last meeting. A couple of issues that came up last time was, the first thing is an incident where a man was assaulted on the corner of Greene and Carlton. Assaulted by 6 or 7 individuals. At the time, I was asked about the status of the case, which I didn't have. I knew the detectives were investigating it. Since the last meeting, 6 people have been identified, all young kids, which was brought up last meeting, 14, 15-year-old. 6 of them have been identified, 3 of them have been arrested, and 3 of them are pending arrest. They're going to be coming in because they're juveniles with their parents and their lawyers. So we're looking at 6 arrests tentatively for that incident. The other thing is Classen Avenue. Classen Avenue was mentioned, the stretch of Classen Avenue where the 8A precinct borders the 7-9 precinct. Some questions were brought up whether it lacks police coverage because it's on a border. I tend to believe that it gets double the coverage because it's on a border. It gets both the 7-9 precinct and the 8A precinct covered, particularly down in the south end over by Fulton Street, Putnam Avenue. More specifically the park, the playground, the annex playground that's on the corner of Fulton and Classen. Well, we've been doing a lot of work since we met last. I met with the 7-9 precinct after we left here. 7-9 precinct being they have more officers assigned to that area. They have more manpower than we do. They have foot posts assigned to Fulton Street. So what they did is together we decided that the 7-9 foot posts that are assigned to that area will cross the border, that invisible border on Classen Avenue, and help the 8-8 out with some of the problems that we're having over there. And as well, the police officers from the 8-8 precinct will cross into the 7-9 precinct and, help out over there. This way we get, you certainly have more police coverage that way. And as far as the 8-8 precinct goes, these are not 7-9 precinct numbers, but 8-8 precinct numbers. Since the last time we met in April, we've had 15 arrests over there, mostly drug-related and marijuana-related. We also had a graffiti. All right, just to give you a little overview of the cop of the month, 2 officers, Officer Campo and Officer Holland, part of the anti-crime team in the 8-8 precinct. On the night of April 6th at about 11:30 in the evening, they were on routine patrol in plain clothes in the vicinity of Ingersoll Whitman Housing Development when they got a tip from the detective squad, who had gotten a tip from somebody else saying that there was a person out there armed with a gun. They had a full description, they responded to the area, and they seen an individual who fit the description waving a firearm in the air. Using great restraint not to use their own firearms against the individual, they apprehended the individual and recovered the firearm, getting another gun off the streets of Brooklyn out of the Ingersoll Whitman Housing Development. The individual who was arrested had been known to us in the past. He's been known to carry guns in the past. He's been involved in shootings and drugs, and currently he's still in jail. So great job done by Officer Holland and Officer Campo.
But they both read in sincere appreciation for your outstanding public service, professionalism, dedication, and loyal service to the 8-8 precinct community. We proudly present this memento to police officers Richard Holland, shield number 28745, and police officer Jeffrey Campo, shield number 3306. Delia Hamiados, the President, 8-8 Precinct Council, and Youth Executive Director, Deputy Inspector Anthony Tassel, 8-8 Precinct Commanding Officer. And today is May 18th, so congratulations. Congratulations to you. Does anybody have a camera?
I got it.
You know?
Anybody have a camera that works? It takes a little time. He's uploading to Facebook.
I gotta edit him first.
Did you take it?
Yeah. I sat back down.
Okay. Speech, say something. Campo will go first.
I want to thank my mother, and God, and my redheaded friend here. And I'm not a talker. I'm not a talker.
Community council.
Oh, thank the community council and Lieutenant Berger and Sergeant Marino and Pete Zegadol and Cod Dang. Officer Poole, don't forget her back there. She's back there.
Keep it up.
Yeah.
And you said you're
The
not
best CO in the entire precinct.
And he's not going to get a raise.
All right, I'm done, seriously.
Thank you. Hard act to follow.
Yeah, how do I follow that? No, thank you very much. Thank you to the community council. It's times like this when it reaffirms why I became a police officer. Thank you. How long did you rehearse that speech? 7 minutes.
Actually, we just want to really reiterate the fact that it's, when work like that is done, it's really a wonderful thing for the community at large, and they're out there trying to keep us safe and at the same time keep themselves safe. That's why it's really important that people participate and engage themselves in organizations such as the Precinct Community Council. It's a great way to have interaction. It's what we need. This is the forum for it. And I just want to ask everyone next time to bring a friend. Most people come out only when it's about themselves, which is very selfish. One of my pet peeves, we need consistency, and that's what we